reaction to the trade yesterday and adding Philip Hronek to your back?
Yeah, it should be good, and excited for him to get here.
Do you know anything about, we haven't had a chance to talk to anyone really on the team about him, do you know anything about him or his game from past appearances?
Not really. I mean, we don't play those guys much, but I think from what I've seen, he's just, two-way defenseman, and he's physical and, competitive and good defensively. So, it's a good ad for us.
I know you've got friends on that team. Do you reach out to anyone and try and find out? I guess Dylan would have had a busy day otherwise yesterday. But
Yeah, I don't even think I texted Dylan congratulations, so got to do that first. But for me, I mean, I just, I'll get to know him when he's here, so it's not a big deal.
From a player's perspective, it's a move by the organization to do more of a retool than a rebuild. What does that mean to you as a player who's obviously wired to win? You guys all are in that room, to add a player of that caliber. What does it mean to you guys?
Yeah, I think it's a good point. I mean, obviously, we don't want to be here for a rebuild and have to wait and do all that. So, yeah, I mean, I think that we've been playing better hockey in the last couple games, and our structure's been better, and we're missing a couple guys, and having Demmer back's huge. I mean, he's, probably the biggest part of our team. I mean, when he's making saves like he was against Dallas, if we had him the whole season, who knows? But yeah, so I don't think we're, crazy far out of competing and doing well. So for them to do that, it's obviously encouraging, and we just got to keep doing our jobs and trying to play hard.
Did you have a chance to talk to Shen before he left?
Yeah, we talked yesterday, and we play them on Saturday, so I'll see him then as well.
Did he give you the heads up that he might be playing Saturday? Or?
No, I didn't ask him about any of that. I don't even think he was with the team at that point when we were talking yesterday. So.
But you like to pinch, and if you do pinch and he's in that corner, do you check license plates on Saturday afternoon and make sure it's not a 2?
I don't think he's going to give anyone any freebies, that's for sure, even me, so, yeah.
How do you guys build off of the performance in Dallas as a group?
Yeah, I think, like I said, even against Boston and a couple of games before, we've been playing, pretty good, and our structure's been good, and guys are competing and trying their best. And for us, we just kind of, try to do that every game down the stretch here, and just keep building as a group.
You talk about some of the injuries you have on the back end right now. How impressed have you been with the guys that have come up and stepped into some bigger roles than maybe would normally be expected of?
Yeah, it hasn't been easy, and I mean, guys have been playing really good, to be honest. And, Bearsy, I think he's been really, playing really good with me. And I've been very impressed by him. And then he goes down against Boston. We have 5 guys, and Breezer and some of the other guys have stepped up, and Willanen. And I think Mizey's been playing well, and Burr too. So, I think that this is a good chance for some of those guys to prove, what they're about. And for guys like me and Mizey, we just got to keep, trying our best and trying to, help our team out.
Brock mentioned yesterday that this trade deadline is obviously a lot harder on him than past years because there seem to be some tangible possible trades. How much do you feel for him? And I know you're young, but you're also wearing a letter now too. Do you reach out to Brock to talk about it? Or?
On it, we talk about it, but not a lot, to be honest. For me, it's been so hectic here. I've probably played with 80 teammates, honestly, at this point. So with the trade deadline, I don't even pay attention to these things at this point. And, I've had a lot of good teammates, the Tanos and the Shens, and you lose guys and you gain guys. And so, my perspective is, if anything happens, it happens. But until then, Brock's my teammate, and, expect for him to play his best.
The East is a beast. How excited is Jack at the possibilities that the Devils might have and making some noise? It's a pretty good team.
Yeah, I think he's really excited. I mean, anytime you add a guy like that, I think everyone in that team was excited. And, they've earned, to add a guy like that with the way they've played this year. And, I'm excited for, even my brother Luke at some point when he gets there. I think that it's going to be fun.
I'm not sure how much you know about Philip Hronek, but just your thoughts on what you're going to be getting at some point here.
Yeah, we're really excited. He's a top 4 defenseman, but he's got 38, 40 points. He's got a bomb from the point. Just a piece that we need, a right-hand defenseman that can play in your top 4, 22-minute type of guy. I think we're fortunate to get him.
Do you have any idea on the timeline?
4.
For getting him back? He's hurt right now.
No, I have no idea. We got to get to our doctors and stuff like that. It's not serious, but I think we got to evaluate, and then we'll go from there.
Do you know, like, when does he get in for that process to begin, sort of?
Next, what was it, Thursday? This weekend, he'll be in. I don't know the exact day, but, and then I'll go through our evaluation.
What does it mean to you as a coach, Rick? You probably have some say in shaping your roster, but to get a guy like Kronik, where you're trying to kind of retool what you have here and reconstruct it, but to get a credible guy to move that process forward, what does it mean to you as a coach?
Well, it's big. I'm trying to implement a few things. Obviously, I want to play a faster style of play. I think to be a really good team, you have to be a good team on the breakouts. That's what he can do, a good first pass. He can join the rush. He can complement whoever he plays with. So he's 25 years old, so it's not like we're getting a 31-year-old or 30s. He's a 25-year-old, so he's going to be part of this process for the next few years here. So I think that's the key. Like, he's not old.
You're looking at the trade deadline through a different lens now. You were traded 5 times as a player, twice at the deadline. Do you remember those 2 times in March and what it meant and how maybe unnerving it or unexpected or expected it was just for you?
Well, there's obviously different feelings. Depends where you go. Obviously going to Pittsburgh, I hated to leave Philadelphia, but I went to an all-star team, so that was kind of fun to go get traded. Yeah, people have different, there's different feelings because everybody looks at your career. Is it going to help your career, not your career? But he's a type of guy that I think he's excited to join. Like, he's going to a situation where he's going to play with some good players, and what we're trying to implement here.
Could he help on the PK as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I know as an assistant coach in the year we won Pittsburgh, we didn't have a huge defense, but we defended really quick, and we had puck possession. That's how when you don't have big, huge defensemen, like some teams do, you defend other ways. So there's different ways to win.
When you have 2 puck movers like that, do you want them playing with just like stay-at-home defensemen, or do you think you can have success with them together?
I don't know. That's a good. I don't know. We haven't really checked the pairs out, but I'm open for anything. All I know is guys like Pedersen and Kuzi and Miller and those guys. They want to play with the guys who are going to get the puck up to them quick. So wherever they go, we have another guy that can do that for us.
He's had a lot of success with the power play, so.
Yeah, he's got a bomb.
Quinn's your guy, so how do you use them both, or do you put one on 2?
Well, it's good options. It's good firepower. You could say it strengthens if he's a second unit guy, he strengthens that. Do you find him on the first unit? Where do you put him? I know he's got a rocket, so you always want that guy up top to have a rocket. But he also, Husey, the guy's got 50 assists. The guy could find anybody. So it's a good problem for a coach to have.
An update on JT Miller?
He felt good today. I don't know game time status.
We've met a lot of players, new players, either
Yeah.
by trade, either by injury, to work your system into. How challenging is it for the guys, maybe for the dozen guys who've been there all the time, to have a new guy in all the time and try to be consistent?
Yeah, a lot more individual or smaller group meetings. I always feel when you have a lot of players coming your way, instead of, and I've been doing team meetings, don't get me wrong, it's been more individual or smaller group meetings. I always felt that's easier to get to certain players, to get them up to speed on your system.
It's been about 5 weeks, I guess, since you've been here. From probably easier to see some change when you look back and now. Is it going like you'd hope? Is it going fast?
Well, it's a work in progress. As a coach too, it's my job to them to understand me, too. I like doing little things different, but I don't want to come in and change everything because they're used to certain things too. So it's a give or take, and you rely on your leaders. Petey and Millsy and Husey and those guys I pick their brains. Hey, what do you think about this? I think it's important that the coach and the players have a partnership. It's just not just me. I got to learn from those guys too.
You said game time status, you mean game time decision tonight from it?
Yeah.
What's your impression of the Wild so far? You been watching them recently?
Typical Billy Guerin type of team, man. They're a tough team to play against. They won 6 of their last 7. Good defense. The goaltending's great. They got their lines have identity. And obviously, you got the Carell there. He's unreal. But they're a balanced team. They're built for a 7-game series type of team. So and the way they've been winning lately, 2-1 hockey games, they're comfortable winning those type of games.
much do you think that plays off Evison, who kind of grinded out a career
Yeah.
as a grindy third line center?
Well, I don't know him too well, but just from afar, I really like what he's done there. And, you know, I'm a huge Billy Guerin fan, what he's done. But he makes everybody accountable. You know, he's a fiery guy, but he knows his X's and O's.
Favorite Bill Guerin story you can share? Your favorite Bill Guerin memory you can share?
Oh, there's so many. Billy. Well, the one thing with Billy, he used to take us out to dinner a lot. If Jim Rutherford didn't come assist, so he used to take us to great restaurants. And I got a few photos of Billy eating dessert though, that I might leak to the press one day. He's a hockey guy. He's fun to be around, and you can tell that's what he's done with the Wild. It's his footprint on that.